today. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
He originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when his franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans
at their own 24-yard line.
A first carry now for Thompson, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun is Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups.
At the 44.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Shotgun handoff to Thompson, and he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 38.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give him 30 yards there.
First and goal.
From the 8, they've got it first and goal. Hand off to Thompson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But
and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Raquel Armstead, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Jacksonville.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
On the return, the Titans take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Thompson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have you ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They went 3 and out on their 1st drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 11 carries, 53 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air, or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the game. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
20-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jack Crawford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Titans 7.
Here's Minshew to Thompson on the screen. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Able to complete this to Shenault. He's at the 40. Past the 20.
Oh, that's the way
he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. LaVisca Shenault, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Josh Lambo lining up for the play.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team. They can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Number 22.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 42. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Tannehill on first down. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Miles Jack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Tyler Higbee. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long. It's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 35. And He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
First and 10.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. The 40. The 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Tennessee.
So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
7-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They give it here to Thompson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Good tackle made.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
This one out quickly to Westbrook.
Minshew's pass complete to D.D. Westbrook. No gain.
Pass complete,
It's now
but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yardage. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Minshew on target here to Chark. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that ball is caught by D.J. Chark for the Jags touchdown. D.J. Chark, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Jacksonville.
And the Titans are going to recover the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Tennessee.
On first down, Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Andre Campbell.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Intended for Corey Davis.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. It was wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, Minshew to throw. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The line of scrimmage.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Man open left side is Brown. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 48. But this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right, it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens, because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kick.
Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. Are you sure you're ready for the 3rd quarter? When you use a bathroom or anything?
28.
All right, cool. Let's go.
14.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
First down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice
touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7. As they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10. And oh, he coughed it up! And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A pass there, complete to Westbrook. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
46-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now Thompson. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
On the tackle.
Again, a run with Thompson. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Minshew's pass. Intercepted by the Titans.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops. And
he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 44 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he'll let this one go. It got his man complete.
Come on now.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A first down carry for Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And things are getting good now. We're heating up, tied at 35. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd and 7, Minshew. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's Minshew. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. The open man is Westbrook. And he's got this down to the 35.
14 more yards. That's another.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On 2nd down now. It's Thompson, and he is going to get this close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the Titans' 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
They go with Thompson again, and he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 12.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down, Armstead. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
The ball carrier.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll stay with the run and Armstead. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A lot depending on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Raquel Armstead with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
A gain of 16.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Tannehill on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
48-yard gain.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Here's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
They'll run on first down. Henry, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Second.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the made.
On the handoff. He was
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tyler Higbee. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And he's going to keep it here. And he's got this Down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Okay, he's now time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Now Minshew. The open man is Chark. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. Minshew and Chark on the hook up their first down, Jacksonville. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll hand to Armstead. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run with Thompson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Minshew sets to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up with Armstead. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. And that's a touchdown as they break in our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Jaguar.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And he puts it through. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by the late touchdown. It's a 7-point lead here in the final minute of the game.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Complete.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Jaguars, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,